Hi, Scorpios. My name is Marlissa. This is At Word from Mars Tarot. Thank you for your patience. It has been a minute. Um, you got a lot going on here, Scorpio. So we're gonna get into that. This is your September predictions video. Please like this video. All right. If you like it here, if you love it here, go ahead and like, subscribe, all of that. Share, and let me know how this resonates in the comments down below. Scorpio. So I feel like, excuse me, from what I'm seeing here, if you surrender defensiveness, work on your shadow side this month, I feel like you're really going to turn into this King of Cups. So right now you may be a page or a knight, all right, which is just not as mature. But I see the King of Cups here, all right, as the overall energy of the spread. And this might be like what you're working on this month, is being very grounded, in your emotions. The King of Cups is very mature. He's in touch with his feelings, okay? Like he knows how to, communicate them, all of that. Also in touch with others, feelings as well. I love me, the King of Cups, all right? He's very patient. He's somebody who's experienced, stable, balanced. He's supportive, a nurturer, a wise leader, okay? Um, yeah. And if you all are not the King of Cups, if this is not you, some of you may be longing for your King of Cups. All right, Scorpio. So like maybe you could be connected to another Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces placement. Okay. So a couple of things I'm seeing here. 444 is here. So I feel like a lot of you are working on being more stable, or you at least want to be. So your stability may be tested this month, or maybe like a certain decision that you would have to make that would that's, how do I put this, like kind of like an emotional test, if you will. So maybe how you choose to respond to something. All right. But I do see 3 4s here, so 444. So some of you may be seeing that angel number 444 or 444, and that is, like I said, about your foundation. So, please take care of yourself, Scorpio. I'm seeing some of you may not do that enough with this Four of Swords here. This is the energy of feeling burnt out. All right. Maybe some of you are tired of being rejected. Okay, we have the Four of Cups here. This is someone who, has all these offers but is disinterested, and so they can't even see this other offer that's over here. Okay, so maybe some of you are tired of being rejected by, the same person, and so that's requiring you to get some rest. All right, maybe some of you are required some rest so you can start seeing things more clearly. How can you see things clearly if you're focused on here when there's this shiny rainbow cup behind you? All right, there is something that's hidden here. So I don't know if you're keeping a secret, Scorpio, or somebody else, but with the moon here, I read this as sign of Cancer. Some other people read this as sign of Pisces. Regardless, this is about secrets, fears, anxieties. All right, so something is hidden here. All right. I'm feeling like this is maybe about like someone that you're disconnected with, or you just have like a deep longing for. But you take it how it resonates. Somebody here is in an energy of lurking. All right, with the Page of Swords. It could be a younger air sign that you're connected to, Scorpio, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And if not, this is just somebody who's not as mature. They're definitely no King of Cups. And this is somebody who watches. They're more comfortable with watching than they are with saying something. So someone may be watching you, this month. And this is a messenger, though. They do have something to say. It's just that, are they actually going to say it? Because what I feel like they want to say is like, I want to unite with you. If it's a love situation, maybe they want to get away. They want to get married. Four of Wands is a big marriage and celebratory card, all right? If it's not, somebody, romantic, maybe they just miss you and the fun that you all used to have. They may want to tell you, like, I want us to have this friendship or this connection again. This, because with the star here, sign of Aquarius, it's about wish fulfillment. All right. Healing. So somebody may be interested in healing a connection. Wish fulfillment. You are someone's wish. Okay. But I feel like someone here has moved on. Okay. With the Six of Swords here. For some of you, this could be if you have mommy issues, or if you're a mom and you struggle with one of your kids. All right. Because with the Empress underneath. But again, it could also be a love situation. The Empress is like all of the queens like combined, or like higher than the queen. The Empress is a really like, she's that girl energy. So some of you may feel like you have missed out on your Empress. And some of you may feel like, all right, I have to go ahead and move forward. Or your Empress may feel that way about you, especially if you don't come forward with, how you're really feeling or whatever it is you want to say. Okay. So those are all the tarot cards, Scorpio. I really want to read y'all this shadow card because I feel like this is really real. I feel like this month of September, you're being called to work on your shadow work for sure. Okay. Shadow. So, symbol, mask, keywords, ego, subconscious, denial, suppression, hidden gems. Our awakened soul stands in front of a mirror that is adorned with the phases of the moon, the controlling heavenly body of our inner waters. She is hiding under a full cape and mask. She could be anyone. She is embracing the hidden nature of our shadow side, allowing what is underneath to come forward. She holds a candle to give her the ability to shine light on the darkest of places and also in the corners of her mind and soul that are often suppressed. And that's very Scorpio. Only coming up in dreams and whispers. Light can also create shadows, which reminds her that the work of self-integration never ends. She knows that she has the power to incorporate her shadow side by embracing it. This spiritual work will be a theme throughout her lifetime. The hard times in her life, the dark night of the soul, times of grief and loss have all been times of great transformation and healing where she has learned much about herself and what is truly important. She knows the power of the shadow side and darkness. The awakened meaning. There is nothing to truly fear in the darkness unless you are unwilling to really know thyself. You are being challenged to do some shadow work and look at those things that you hold fear around. Even as a spiritual person, you are still a human. It is okay to have flaws and to have parts of yourself that are not perfect or integrated. Own your fears, name them, write about them. Find out why they trigger you. When you find out why, your ability to let these fears go increases. Ignorance is fear's best friend. This is the card of illuminating your subconscious and all of those messages that are lying underneath. The hidden motivations, dark desires, and things long forgotten. Working with lucid dreaming, past life regression, deep meditation, and soul retrieval are all types of work that can aid you as you work through this. Shadow work is ultimately about knowing yourself, which is work that never ends. Asking questions is a good place to start. So the shadow meaning of this card is denial of the hard stuff, hiding your pain, not doing the work needed, ignorance. The affirmation to go with this card is I illuminate and accept my shadow side. The personal reflection that you can think about, maybe journal about, talk to someone about is, what fears do I hold around embracing my shadow side? What fears do I hold around embracing my shadow side? And I feel like a part of your shadow, Scorpio, is defensiveness, okay? And defensiveness, so sabotage, not fully expressing yourself, like expressing how you feel and like what you want and what your desires are, and maybe even thinking that you can't have your desires, all right? So we have the surrender defensiveness card here. Defensiveness is a sign of weakness. To communicate in a more empowered way, stay centered and hear someone out. Then offer a clear, non-defensive response. So Scorpio, when somebody says something to you, your instinct may be to pull out your stinger and to is that the appropriate term? Stinger? I don't know. You know how scorpions have that little tail. I feel like that's your like instinctive like response. It's to pull that out and to, you know, stab someone, but it's like that's weak. That's weak shit, all right? It's like there's a way to communicate more effectively. There's a way to communicate in an empowered way. Um so offer a clear non-defensive response, okay? Again, I feel like you have a tester lesson, you know, this month for sure. You want to be mindful of self-sabotage. Self-sabotage. Um, we have letters and names. So if you are a Scorpio placement and you have these initials, this may really hit for you. Or you may be connected to somebody who has these initials. So we have A, S, H, L, or N. A, S, H, L, or N. All right, letters and name. And then we have travel. Travel. So some of you all may be, you know, doing that this month, Scorpio, at some point in time, which could be a part of this play card that's here. So your mindful message is play. I am completely engaged in what I do in the here and now. I call it play instead of work. I am deeply fulfilled by all that I do. So maybe some of you are being encouraged to, you know, play more or to like reframe like how you see your work. All right. So instead of calling it work, maybe call it play. And that'll make a difference for you. Whew, Scorpio, you had a lot of different messages here. So I hope you really work on your shadow side. You accept it. So that way you can get to where you're meant to be. All right. No self-sabotaging. All right. Okay, Scorpios, let me know how it resonates down below in the comments. Talk to you all next time.